This is a sports catastrophe production. Hey there, hello there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to another sports catastrophe on this day. And on this day, February the 1st, 1984, David Stern would rule the roost as the new NBA commissioner. David Stern was a lawyer and a business executive who overran the NBA for 30 years from 84 to 2014 and saw basketball's growth into one of the most popular sports during the 90s and 2000s. He developed and broadened the NBA's audience, especially setting up training camps, exhibition games, and recruiting international players away from the United States. In addition, with his guidance, the NBA had 12 offices in cities outside the United States and broadcasted over 200 territories in 40 languages. Stern founded the WNBA and the G League, aka the minor leagues for the NBA. The NBA launched their digital presence under Stern's thing. Stern was actually an outside counsel when he was 24 back in 1966. And then he joined the NBA as general counsel and was the executive vice president in 1980. After Larry O'Brien left the commissionership, of course, that's the guy that the NBA trophy is named after. He was commissioner in 84. He was the longest tenured commissioner in the history of the major sports leagues at 30 years. That will not last too long. If Gary Bettman stays till 2023, he'll break it. So anyway, David Stern was a Jewish fan of the New York Knicks. Yeah, I might as well say it now. But anyway, he joined a law firm, which actually was representing the NBA. He was the lead attorney representing the firm in the case of Robertson versus the NBA when Oscar Robertson put out a lawsuit. Stern did help the league negotiate a settlement that allowed the merger of 1976, the NBA-ABA merger, which saw the Nets, the Spurs, the Pacers, and the Nets, Spurs, Pacers, and help me out here. Somebody help me out here. I forget who the fourth team is that moved on. The Nuggets, that's it. The Nuggets. In return for the NBA abolishing the option clause in its uniform player contract, it allowed players to be free agents for the first time. That was huge. That merger was huge. All that. I forget how many ABA teams got screwed over because I know St. Louis got screwed over. All that. Yeah, Kentucky and St. Louis basically folded because the NBA accepted 4 teams out of 6. There was an antitrust suit by the head of the NBA Players Union, that being Oscar Robertson. He was the guy who was trying to make sure that the ABA and NBA didn't merge, which was kind of weird. Antitrust grounds. So yeah, so basically it was bad. St. Louis and Kentucky were ready to merge, but that was bad luck and all that. Kentucky had some issues and all that. So yeah. The Colonels almost kept trying to fight to be in the NBA, but financially he sucked and all that. Kentucky sold Artis Gilmore's rights to the Chicago Bulls for $1.1 million. Maurice Lucas went to Portland for $300,000, and Louis Dampier went to San Antonio for $20,000. John Brown, who was the owner of Kentucky, actually, with the money he received, bought the Buffalo Braves for $1.5 million and actually parlayed it into him owning the Boston Celtics, which is weird in a sense. St. Louis didn't like it one bit. They thought they had everything. They were kind of the team, the movie Semi-Pro with Will Ferrell and all that they were trying to get into the NBA. I think it was just St. Louis and all that. However, St. Louis made some kind of money deals, TV deals, and basically they end up getting some money and all that, which was amazing. St. Louis had a good team and all that. Marvin Barnes went to Detroit for $500,000. Moses Malone went to Portland for $300,000. So yeah, so St. Louis was not too happy and all that. But you know what? Doesn't matter. I mean, the Pacers, Spurs, Nets, and Nuggets were all in. Didn't know he did that. He became general counsel, and in 1980, Stern was promoted to be the executive vice president. All that. Basically, Stern was in charge of marketing, TV, and public relations. And he drove two landmark agreements with the NBA Players Association, drug testing and the team salary cap. Because of the report by the LA Times that a lot of players were using cocaine, Stern decided to clean it up, and it did pretty well. They were the first major sports league in North America to have a drug testing policy, and the salary cap had a revenue sharing thing and all that. Stern became commissioner February 1st, 1984, so 37 years ago. He decided to change the focus of the NBA to his star players and all that, including Michael Jordan. And he wanted to make global growth and all that. So basically, yeah. And then Stern pushed to allow pros into the Olympics for basketball, helping bring the 92 Dream Team there. And of course, leaving international stars to want to play in the NBA and all that. Actually, one of David Stern's best moments as NBA commissioner was after Magic Johnson tested positive for HIV. He basically did testing. He read medical literature and consulted experts. Stern basically had a thing to inform the public about the virus, and that helped a lot. In '95, he decided to expand the NBA to Canada, which brought Toronto and Vancouver in. And during Stern's tenure, 7 new franchises were admitted to the NBA, which brought the teams to 30 by 2004. All of that. And then in 2006, a lot of people were mad at Stern for having a dress code, which banned players from wearing headphones, chains, shorts, sleeveless shirts, indoor sunglasses, t-shirts, jerseys, and headgear, such as baseball caps during public appearances. And Allen Iverson bitched because they were targeting people who dress hip hop, and they went way overboard. True, but you know, Stern actually advocated for an age limit for NBA players, and said in 2006 players could not be selected out of high school and needed one year of college experience to be 19 years old. All that. He would be laughed at for introducing a new microfiber basketball in 06-07, but sadly though that didn't even last half a year. It was just terrible. But so yeah, they switched back to the leather ball. Stern basically was known for his being a relentless negotiator during NBA lockouts and all that. And Brian Gumbel actually accused him of being some kind of modern day plantation overseer because basically the division between the NBA is primarily, well, the primary white owners and it's predominantly black players, all that. Stern vetoed the big trade that would have sent Chris Paul to the Lakers, Lamar Odom to the Hornets, and Pau Gasol to the Rockets for basketball reasons. A lot of people said that basically it was criticized. It was maligned because of the conflict of interest posed by the NBA's ownership of the Hornets. And of course, he decided to step down in 2014, giving Adam Silver, his deputy, the keys to the truck, so to speak. David Stern did a lot, especially with the basketball contract, the TV contracts, because more often than not, CBS would broadcast NBA games, but they would make it like tape delayed so that the games would be at 11:30 p.m. and all, not live and all that. However, Stern changed the perceptions of that and brought better TV viewing for all the fan bases and had games live on CBS, like live, like at 3:30. If the game's 3:30, you get to watch it at 3:30. And he gave NBC better negotiations for the TV contract in '91, which brought basketball really to the forefront. TNT and ESPN would also have great deals, and ABC, of course, in 2003, taking over from NBC. Yeah, he was a shrewd calculator and all that. I feel like he didn't do much for the Canadian teams, but it's David Stern. What do you expect? Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.